Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Destiny 2. So, I am giving my intro now because I assume it's going to launch me directly into a cutscene, but we have the launch of a new season today. You'll have to excuse my voice, I'm very sick at the moment, it's why there hasn't been a lot of uploads recently. I've been I'm not very sick, I'm a little bit sick and have been for a while, which is really irritating. But let's just jump into this, shall we? I cleared all of the builds and shit on all of my characters, because they changed the sandbox so much in the 7.3 update. We're going with Shards of Galanor Hunter for now, and we'll see how that goes. I've done the basis of a build, I need to actually build it out properly, but let's go, shall we?
The Dreaming City. An awoken stronghold beyond the reach of any outsider. Such was my wish. Granted by Riven, the last Ahamkara, who bargained only with me. Until my city was invaded. First by the Taken King, and then the Witch Queen. Riven struck new bargains with them. And with her dying breath, she granted a wish that laid a curse upon the Dreaming City. But Savathun is shrewd and clever. In secret, she inscribed her true wish on the wall that governs the terms of Riven's pact with me. A wish to pursue the Witness. Only Riven can open the way. Riven, whose heart was torn out by Guardians. My Techeuns assembled to conjure her spirit now. We shall make Savathun's final wish, and hear Riven's final price.
Interesting. Quite interesting that we're dealing with Riven specifically. I was thinking it might have something to do with the egg. Well, it's obviously have something to do with the egg, but I assumed we were going to be dealing with a new Wish Dragon, not Riven. Although it does make sense that we deal with Riven, because, you know, Ahamkara don't die in the traditional sense. They are paracausal in a similar way to the Traveler.
My Techeuns are preparing a spell to conjure Riven's spirit so that she can grant Savathun's wish. However, the Vex of the Soul Divisive have laid siege to the Keep of Voices in an attempt to halt our efforts. I must call upon you to defend the Dreaming City once again. Petra and Crow will guide your path.
Interesting. The Soul Divisive. Why do they care? I mean, I guess the Vex are always a good enemy to put in when you don't know why they should care. You just need an enemy to be attacking for some reason. But the Soul Divisive are particularly interesting. Weird Vex cult.
Apologies for not rolling out the red carpet. I've been preoccupied.
Haven't we all? What's our situation?
The Techeuns evacuated the keep with Riven's heart. The Vex have since fortified their position.
Then let's cut them down and take back what's ours.
Alright, cool. Real quick though. Alright, we're back. Actually, put some mods in and actually made the build a build, kind of. We are up near Vorgeth Bite, right? Let me just double check. We are. Also, forgive me if I named the ogre wrong. It's the ogre in the last Wish raid. I can't actually remember what the hell his name is. But we're heading up to where we are holding Riven's heart, or at least where we dumped Riven's heart in the raid. Look, we found Vex. Build works pretty well.
A good start, but there are more Vex gathered around Riven's remains. The Techians need a fragment of those remains to cast their spell.
A spell to conjure Riven's spirit. Are you sure about this, Petra?
I'm sure that I trust my queen's judgment.
Time to visit Riven's corpse. A shame I wasn't around to see the killing blow.
We never should have done it. She set a trap and I walked right into it. My desire for vengeance blinded me to her schemes.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Good work, Crow. So we're actually going to Riven's corpse specifically, which is interesting. I very rarely kill her up here, let's be honest. Really? They're praying to... Oh, hello.
Whatever they're doing, you better put a stop to it.
That got their attention. Don't let them near Riven.
Composite propellant times 5. Okay. Well, it does some ignitions, that's for damn sure. Ignitions are cool.
That's the last of them. Retrieve the fragment and bring it to the chamber. I'll hail Queen Mara.
Oh, a tooth. Oh, it's blocked off. What if you don't let me run down there?
Well done, Guardian. Deliver what my Techians require, and they will open a portal to the Wall of Wishes as they begin to conjure Riven.
Have a tooth.
Your deep sight will reveal Savathun's wish. Once Riven grants it, we can at last pursue the witness.
I can't tell which one this is. I'm gonna assume it's Shuro-chi, but it could be any of them. Make the wish. Interesting.
Hear me, Riven. Savathun's final wish, inscribed in secrecy, has been invoked by the Guardian. Grant it now, and feast upon the difference between desire and reality.
Such a long slumber. Such a rude awakening. Grant the Witch Queen's final wish, you say? I refuse.
Makes sense. Been an easy season if you could just do that, eh? Implies she wants something. Because she has bargaining power, right? Also, Mara's gonna be pissed, I imagine.
Leave us.
Yeah, she seems pissed.
Queen Mara, what a joyous reunion.
For what reason do you refuse to grant the wish?
Why would I, O Majesty mine? Lest you forget, I am dead, as are the rest of my kind. The Vanguard made sure of it. I need no reason to refuse your wish, only a reason to grant it. What could you possibly offer to entice my cooperation? It wasn't enough for your champions to slay me, but then you saw to the destruction of all my eggs.
Did do that.
Not all of them.
Like the one in Savathun's spire.
One of many, hidden within my lair, away from your vengeful eyes.
Clever.
But if you were to secure them on my behalf, then you would also secure your heart's desire.
And ensure that the Ahamkara live to terrorize us once again. Very well, Riven. We have struck a bargain.
I like how quickly Mara just makes a decision like that. Doesn't consult anybody. Which is fair. She's a queen. She can do as she wills. Interesting. So there's more than just one egg. So Riven wants all her eggs collected. That's a cool premise for a season, I suppose. Down here is where we're going by the look of it. Let's go. This seems needlessly ostentatious, I'm gonna admit, Mara. That's cool. It's Witcher swords in the Witcher tub. Interesting. I like it. This here is the Veil. Interesting. Hello.
I knew there would be a cost in bargaining with Riven. I did not intend it to be a cost we kept paying all these years later. But now, the Witch Queen's scrolls have confirmed my greatest fear. The curse on the Dreaming City cannot be undone. I've pored over 1,000 possibilities, but the Corsair souls trapped there remain. I won't give up on them. Even with the curse in place, there must be a way to bring my people home. A task for tomorrow, perhaps. All this pain Riven has inflicted, and still we're beholden to her. There must be alternatives to restoring her clutch. The resurgence of the Ahamkara now, taken or not, could be disastrous. The Reef and the last city went to war to stop them before. For now, above all else, we must pursue the witness. I need an operative to finish this bargain with Riven. Force her to enact the final wish. So while I ponder countermeasures, you do what you do best. Carve a path.
It is interesting, right? This is I assume, the seasonal artifact. Mara laments the state of the Dreaming City and its curse, laying the blame for it at Riffin's feet. The scrolls were recovered where Savathun's spire confirmed her greatest fear. The curse is unbreakable. Once granted, an Ahamkara wish cannot be undone. Mara dislikes Riffin's bargain, but knows we have no other option. She tells us to cooperate with Riven for now while she thinks of a contingency plan. So the reason that all the Wish Dragons were killed in the first place is because they feed, as Mara noted earlier when we were doing the mission, they feed off the difference between reality and desire, which is to say, they feed by granting wishes, right? And in some way twisting the wish, so that it's not quite what the person wanted, but it's what they wish for, you know? It's a classic kind of genie mythology. But when you have a bunch of dragons altering reality around you, it can be disastrous, right? Because there's so many different people who can wish for so many different things. I think the only caveat to that is the fact that the wish gains power from the power of the person making it. That's why Mara can make such ridiculously powerful wishes, is because she is so ridiculously powerful in the first place, right? But I could still see how it would be disastrous to have a bunch of Ahamkara running around. Mara dislikes Riffin's bargain, but knows there is no other options. She tells you to cooperate with Riven for now, and she thinks of a contingency plan. Sure. Let's go talk to Riven, shall we? I should grab my other things, but it's fine for now. Unclaimed challenges. Sure, that should shoot me up to level 3, but I'll take it. Hi, Riven. Sorry for killing you and all that.
Greetings, O guardian mine. I always knew we could work together. I speak to you now with my true voice. Consider it a sign of trust. The need for deceit has passed. My corporeal death freed me from the Taken curse. My bargain with their king has expired. These Technians strain themselves to conjure my essence. They cannot do so forever. Savathun's wish will be the last I grant.
Interesting.
Mara has made clear the terms of our agreement. Retrieve my last clutch of uncorrupted eggs, and I will uphold my end of the bargain. Obviously, I cannot gather the eggs myself. Instead, I will guide you to them through the holes of my former lair. And beware, Guardian. You may find it a place most unwelcoming.
Makes sense. She's probably half wishing we die. Riven expresses delight at working with you one final time. She explains that given the immense reserves of energy required to sustain Riven's spirit, Savathun's wish will be the last she grants. Riven tasks you with retrieving her clutch of eggs from her lair within the confluence. Cool. Okay, so Riven is the bounty board, as it were. When an ally dies or you reach critical health, this weapon's magazine refills and it gains bonus range, bonus range, charge rate, and handle.
How long it has been.
Wait, I recognize this place. How did we get here?
This is not our city. Only an echo.
We built those walls, you and I. Such elegant spires. A beautiful prison. I carved these chambers from those memories. I turned your home against you. Forgive me these small deterrents. They keep out the vermin.
Couldn't you show us a safe way through?
I am dead, Princeling. What power lingers here is fixed to its original purpose.
Activating plates. Good to know.
If you wish it.
I think the Guardian can manage.
What a pity to see you brought so low. Bargaining for salvation at the behest of the witch. Desperation makes you brittle prey.
We have endured, and will endure, long after the memory of you fades.
Disagree with that, but okay. Chest.
There's nothing here.
Deceiver! Where have you taken them?
I did not know of your clutch, Riven. This is not my doing.
When the amusement fades, remember, the terms of our agreement are unyielding.
Petra, gather the Techians. If these eggs do exist, we must find them. Quickly.
At once, my queen. Bad
Petra.
news, Guardian. I bring word from the Techians. Riven's clutch has dispersed across the ley lines of the Ascendant Realm. They now orbit our reality like comets around a sun. Hopefully not beyond our reach. The Techians are uncertain how this happened, but they've detected a massive surge of paracausal energy across the entire transit system. The residual energy has allowed us to predict each egg's trajectory across the lines. The Techians themselves were once scattered across the lines in kind. Guardians were there to guide them home, and we can secure the clutch using the same strategy. Riven has caused so much strife, and yet we prostrate ourselves to placate her once again. And too many Corsairs will die on this quest to give the Ahamkara a second chance. As I said, we once utilized the ley lines to find the lost Techians. We can use them again. Fight your way into the Blind Well and reroute the lines through Riven's lair. We'll prepare landings for the clutch as best we can.
Interesting. I wonder if they've updated Blindwell at all. Also, it's hard for me to get really annoyed at the Ahamkara, because I feel like they're not really duplicitous. They kind of tell you exactly what they're going to do when they do it. It's the people who they're like, hey, make a wish with me. Shit can go wrong and I feed off that. Everybody knows that, and yet people still keep making wishes. It's like people's self-control. It's like, I guess like heroin is bad even though it's heroin addicts who keep going back to it, right? I guess it's kind of the same idea, but Petra briefs you on the Techians' findings. The eggs have been cast adrift on the ley lines of the astral plane, and now orbiting the ascendant plane rather, and now orbiting your reality like comets around the sun. The Techians don't know how the eggs were cast into the ley lines, but the Techians' knowledge allows you to predict each egg's trajectory. Such as Guardians want to line the ley lines to find Mara's lost Techians, we must use the Blind Well and reroute the ley lines to Riven's lair to catch the eggs as they get close to your reality. It's interesting here because she was talking about a surge in paracausal energy. I wonder if that was when the witness opened up the Traveler. I don't care about tier 1s, fuck off. I bet I was supposed to get a tier 3 there as well. Complete Blind Well runs in the Dreaming City, okay.
Nicely done. I'll handle the final calibrations from here. Come on back. We've got an egg to chase down.
Okay, so it turns out like a tier 4, essentially. We'll complete it. So you get 55% if you do a tier 4, so you do 2 tier 4s and you get it done.
Now that the ley lines are aligned, the egg should pass within reach of you. You'll have to hurry. We need you in position when it arrives.
Scurry through these halls, all you please.
Okay.
The Queen risks your lives, wastes precious time on her hollow promise.
No. Is it less fun when something you want is at stake?
Petra.
Apologies, my queen.
You know my conditions. Secure every egg, or the bargain is forfeit.
Savathun knew of
Lol.
the clutch. Did she scatter the eggs on your behalf, or you hers?
I bear no loyalty to the Witch Queen.
You've shared common cause with her often enough.
As have you. Isn't that why you're here?
That sounds like supplicants. There's a chest behind here. How do I open it? Secrets! Well, I've been wandering around ages trying to find a way into this chest, and I can't find it. So, I'm just gonna continue on. See if I figure out a way in there later.
The Vex have dug in here at the gardens. I never thought I'd see them in the Dreaming City.
The Soul Divisive are devoted to the Witness. They are here at its behest. To what purpose, I don't yet know.
These pathways, do they extend beyond the Dreaming City?
I never escaped the city. I see no reason you should. Ah, still, when the walls close in, what is there to do but climb?
Another chest behind here that I don't know how to get to. It's all divisive. He's immune.
That Hydra. I
To know.
sense a core of darkness at its heart. The creature serves as the Witness's eyes and ears. Destroy it, and we may yet obscure our intentions.
Gotta get rid of that shield. That's a lot of exploity boys. A lot of exploity boys. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of exploity boys. Oh, he still has a shield down. I thought his shield was up. Jesus. Heal! What is my recovery at? Bad, I guess. Hey, found an egg.
The Techians were right. We did it.
Riven isn't the last after all.
If only for the moment. You may yet shatter that truth. It pleases me to know that one egg survives. To know, even in death. A promising start, O guardian mine. Or is it merely bait on the hook?
Tell me, Guardian, does helping Riven sit with you as it does me? She is a blade held in our hand, held too tightly, or trusted not to slip, and it will draw blood.
Airing your concerns to the Guardian as well. Doubt is a useful tool, Queen Mara. Double-edged, is it not?
This wish was crafted by Savathun. Riven cannot be trusted with it. Has the Veil offered any answers?
My study has yielded many interesting curiosities. I understand how the Witness opened the Traveler, but not yet how to replicate it. I need more time.
I wish we had more, if you'll pardon the phrase. Time would allow me to insulate us from Riven's ulterior motives. But we've left the Witness undisturbed for too long. We must act.
Risk is a thing I've learned should be managed, not provoked.
Riven is risk incarnate.
To follow the Witness, I must reconstruct the bridge it forged through the Guardian's ghost. But the Veil is not a docile subject. Abuse it, and a similar fate suffered by the Dreaming City could repeat on New Muna.
So we bide our time, while you seek an answer. Until then, we have a dragon to charm.
Interesting. Osiris was more on board with this than I anticipated, if I'm being perfectly honest. I guess it kind of makes sense. He's mellowed out a bit after Lightfall campaign. Hey, Riven.
Back from scheming with Mara, are you? Fear not, O guardian mine. I hold no contempt for those who prepare contingencies. In fact, that is what I respect most about Mara. She is wise not to trust me, as I have never trusted her. For ages, Awoken and Ahamkara were both allies and adversaries, each seeking to extract a victory from the other. That is the nature of all bargains, to relinquish as little as possible, while securing all you desire. Our bargain is no different. It is not built on trust, but on the knowledge that upholding it will benefit us both. And that breaking it will result in more suffering than you can imagine. We must wait for another egg to drift across the ley lines and re-enter our reality. Continue securing my lair until then. Those who now trespass within it have nothing to bargain with, and are thus of no use to me. You would do well to keep that in mind.
Cool threat. For ages, the Reef and Ahamkara were both allies and adversaries, keeping a watchful eye on each other. Riven is aware that Mara does not trust her and maintains it is wise not to do so. Does not trust her and maintains that it's wise not to do so. Yeah, that is, I guess, technically correct. She doesn't trust Mara either. You have struck a bargain and nothing more. Riven encourages you to clear out the combatants from her lair while waiting for the next egg's orbit. Led from Gold Hatchling, that's a pretty good roll. I have seen the years that pardoned us have not dulled your ambition. Riven's missive's massive form peers down on you in assessment. I admire your willingness to march headlong into the unknown, wherever the path may take you. There are many pathways through my lair. Surely you're game for a little challenge. A glittering key appears at your feet. A gift. Sending this once you've proven yourself against our foes. Caught in the coil. In the coil, spend a lair key by looting a lair chest. Earn a high score as a fire team by collecting wishing glass shards within lair pathways and purchase a dragon's gift from Riven. Lair keys can be obtained by completing activities in your own system. Lair keys are automatically obtained upon opening lair chest. Wishing glass shards collected. Alright, we are back. I was just reading through everything in my inventory there. We also have another perk here, which I'll put in that one, off my solar super. So with that, I think we're done. We may have a... Microsoft will call upon you once tokens have calculated location. Cool. But we also have Caught in the Coil, so we can do that. That I won't record, that's fine. We do indeed have a message, though.
I understand your concern. But if we cannot rely upon the Veil, the Ahamkara is our only option.
Even if it was Savathun who pointed us at Riven in the first place?
The witness is our priority. We have dealt with Savathun and Riven in the past.
And now Savathun is free and Riven is toying with us. I won't end up as a puppet again.
Nor I.
Sorry, I didn't mean...
I fear it too. The experience of watching your body perform a series of actions you would never condone. Of that terrible regret. But that fear won't stop me. Just as I know it won't stop you.
Was any of it real? All that advice Savathun gave me while she pretended to be you.
At the time Aldrin began his campaign against the Reef, he was already suffering from the Black God's corruption. Riven must have found him an easy victim. One could argue he wasn't fully in command of his decisions. All the same, the impact of those decisions was very real. So, let me ask you this. Did I give you good advice?
Life-changing.
Then hold on to it.
That's a cool little interaction that I hadn't really considered. The fact that, like, Crow was quote-unquote controlled, well, Aldrin, as he was Aldrin, he was controlled by, Riven. Even though he's regained his memories of all of that, so it's so far removed, right? Because it's like another person did it, but you have memories of doing it, and even when the other person was doing it, they were kind of half being controlled, so they didn't really know what they were doing. So it's like these levels removed, but at the same time, he still feels that lack of control, and Osiris had the same thing with Savathun, obviously, right? Savathun overtook his body. It's a very interesting collaboration there between those two. Alright, so I just did the, what was it called? The Coil, I think is what it's called? Have a look. Helm. The coil. So the coil is very interesting. I like it a lot. Something I'd prefer to do with teammates than by myself with randos, though, if I'm being perfectly honest. Having said that, let's go talk to Riven. I will probably splice this whole section in. Where will I put it? Where I said I'm not going to do the coil section, I'll probably splice this in. I did do the coil section. It's very interesting. It's kind of like a kind of roguelike similar thing to what deep dives were. It's kind of a mix between deep dives and altars of summoning, actually. It's an interesting combination, if I'm being honest. But let's go talk to Riven, because we'll get some more context here. You've returned in one piece, treasures in hand. Riven eyes you hungrily. Perhaps there is hope for my clutch in the meantime. Perhaps there is hope for my clutch, full stop. In the meantime, the coil awaits those willing to risk fleeting bodily harm in favor of lasting riches. Do enjoy all the rewards that come your way, O Guardian Mind. Interesting. So we get extra shit. It was just a quest introducing the coil, really. It wasn't really doing anything other than that, but I think that's going to be it for the first week of story of Season of the Wish. It's going to be interesting going through this season. Got a bunch of new things, but it also seems like we're doing some old things in Dreaming City too, with Blind Well and stuff. I'm wondering how often I'm going to have to force to do Blind Well, because I don't dislike the activity, but it does get boring after a while. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it progresses, I suppose. In any case, if you liked the video, please leave a like. If you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully, next time I see you, I will not be sick anymore, so my voice won't sound horrible. And I'll be able to talk for extended periods of time. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.